It's time for the Week 8 Upset Alert Meter, where we go through and rate each underdog's chances from no chance to it's happening. The records of the underdogs have been updated below. The big development from last week, we went 2-1 on it's happening again. The one we missed was Auburn against Georgia. The refs just couldn't let us have it. Let's start in the SEC. Texas A&M undefeated. They've looked great so far, but they have to head on the road to Fayette Nam to play an Arkansas team led by Bobby Petrino that showed a lot of life and fight last week. I think there's something to that. I actually think upset alert, but that just might be the battered Aggie syndrome in me. Texas is coming off of a dominant, emotional rivalry game versus Oklahoma. Now they have to go on the road to Lexington to play a Kentucky team that is talented. They just haven't had a very good year thus far. Can they pull it off? I'm going to say only a shot in the dark, if anything. For the most part, I'm not really feeling Kentucky here. Georgia Tech is still undefeated, the number 12 team in the country, but they have to head on the road to play a Duke team that's been blowing out ACC competition. Could Georgia Tech be in trouble, especially considering how bad they've looked on the road this year? Absolutely. I think it's happening. Georgia Tech has just been doing terrible on the road. I think that trend continues. Texas Tech has looked unstoppable in the Big 12. They head on the road to play the defending Big 12 champions in Arizona State. The Sun Devils coming off a blowout loss to Utah last week, but they'll have Sam Leavitt back this week. Presumably, they're a well-coached team. The play calling is pretty fantastic for the Sun Devils, and because they're at home, I do think that there's an upset alert chance here. They've got enough in their pocket to maybe pull it off. Washington State pushed Ole Miss to the brink last week, and they play another ranked opponent this week in Virginia. Virginia has shown flaws at times. They already lost to an NC State team that they're probably better than. Does Washington State have it in them to test Virginia and test another top 25 team? I think so. Based on what I've seen, I think they have a puncher's chance. Oklahoma, fresh off a disheartening loss to Texas, they now have to go on the road to one of the toughest places to play in the SEC at South Carolina. South Carolina's got the playmakers and the game changers. Nothing has gone their way thus far this season, but I just feel like things are due to swing the other way. Oklahoma in a tough spot right now. I still don't think Mateer's 100%. I think it's happening. Gamecocks pull off the big upset. Auburn came up just short of the upset bid versus Georgia, but now another opportunity against a number 16 team in the country in Missouri. Missouri's coming off their first loss of the year. This is also Missouri's first road game of the season. Auburn's a legit team. They've got a great defense. They just need to find a way to manufacture some offense. I think they're putting Missouri on upset alert. Oregon just suffered a stunning defeat to Indiana. Could it be a sign of things to come? They have to head on the road to a Rutgers team with a strong identity, but this year, Rutgers' defense has not been super up to par. Still, they have an offense that can get out and run. Maybe that gives them a puncher's chance versus an Oregon team having an identity crisis. UAB has fired Trent Dilfer. Now they host number 22 Memphis. Maybe this is the case where they rally around an interim head coach. Because of that slim possibility, I'm going to say maybe they have a shot in the dark. Finally, a ranked Nebraska team goes on the road on a Friday night to play Minnesota. Weird things have been happening on Fridays in college football. Could Nebraska fall for the second time this season? I think Minnesota's a good team, a well-coached team. It's a typical PJ Fleck team. I'm going to say upset alert for that reason and because it's just Nebraska.